What's up, you guys? It's Necro here, coming back to you with another video. Featuring noodles. Jesus Christ. I don't use his name in vain. Forgive me, please. Anyway, but this video here is actually going to be about. This is actually the video I told you I was going to make from the how to control your mindset. Now, I didn't tell you how to control it last time because I was at the 5-minute mark and I didn't want to make it too long. Now, how to control your mindset, it's not hard, but then it's, it takes some time. And it's not like a one-day process. You got to do it like every day, 24/7, stuff like that. Now, let's say with addictions, it's hard because your brain loves it. It's like you got to have it. Like crack. Yeah, like there's people that smoke crack, people that shoot heroin, people smoke cigarettes. I mean, there's people that like to shop a lot. That's a really bad addiction. There's people that actually, there's rapists out there too, and rape is actually an addiction. Sex is an addiction, and if you, let's say if you have sex like 20 times or something, and you love it, you're addicted to it. Now your brain loves it, okay, and you haven't gotten it for so long, and it's just you're looking at this real cute girl that you really like and that you really got to talk to, but every time you want to go and let out your emotions, it's like sitting at home thinking about what you're gonna say, thinking, I'm gonna say this to her, I'm gonna say that to her, this will work. Then you go up to her, before you even get like 10 feet to her, you stop and think, that's not even gonna work. I don't know what else. I don't know what I'm gonna say. So then you just give up and you turn away. And the longer you go without letting out your emotions, the more built up your emotions are gonna get. Now, the more built up your emotions are, the more you're actually really, really, really gonna want it. So after a long period of time, your brain's gonna wind up controlling you, taking over you, and you don't know it. Now, you're going to wind up going to her when she's alone in that one particular area, and it's going to wind up coming to that point to where you'll let out your emotions, but in the wrong way. It's like after you let out your emotions that wrong way, you think mentally, like, what the hell did I just do? You start dreaming, and you start, nightmares, and it's your brain's technically taking over your life. Now, there's a good way to control that by actually saying to yourself, it's scary. I don't actually want to do that kind of thing. So what you got to do is actually have somebody with you when you do it. Because when somebody's with you, you feel more comfortable with it, and you feel like you actually are relieved to let out the emotions that you wanted to bring to that person. Now, let's say if I really liked a girl and I had nobody there with me, I would go immediately and get my friend Noodles. He would come with me, and I would feel more comfortable because I'm with somebody. It wouldn't really be that embarrassing to me. It's kind of hard, but at the same time, it's not that hard at all. Your mind's a very powerful thing. Don't let that take control of you. Don't let that ruin your life because of the fact that you really did not want to let out your emotions to this one person, or you didn't want to stop this addiction at that very particular time. Now, like I said, it's kind of hard, but it isn't. Your mental mind is like really, really, really powerful. So you gotta actually learn how to control your mind, and you take better control of your mind, and your mind takes control of you. The mental mind is very powerful, and it can wind up ruining your life if you let it take control of something that you really, really want. Like stealing, that's an addiction. I used to be a massive thief. Massive thief. I used to love going to stores and stealing things. And it's like I used to do it because I was hungry. I had nothing to eat. I had no money. There was barely any food in this house. And then after my mom got a better job and there was more food being brought in the house, I was still stealing. But then at the same time, I didn't do it anymore because I was hungry. I did it because I loved it, because it was like a game to me. And that's a really hard addiction to try to try to quit. But then I finally got help for that type of situation, and I told myself I don't want it. I don't want that thing. I want to stay away from that kind of shit. You know, and every time I had that thought of, you know, I'm gonna grab it, you stop and pull back and say, no, fuck that, I don't want that, and you walk away. You gotta take control of your mindset. It's hard, but it's easy. Now, addictions, it's hard to say no, because it's like you've done it so much in the past, you actually gotta do it more in the future. And it's really hard to take control of, but you can do it. I can do it. Noodles can do it. Everybody can do it. It's got to believe in themselves. They actually got to believe in the inner spirit that's actually internally in their body.
Keep yourself busy.
Like what?
Good way to get. What can we done this? Good way to keep your mind off things is to keep busy.
How's that?
Because when you're working your ass off, say, I don't know, out the field. We're working, we're having a good time. And say, for example, say, I don't know, shit's going on at home, you and your parents are fighting real bad, and you really don't want to go home. And then you go out the field and you work, or you forget about it. Your mindset is on that work that you have to complete.
But at the same time, that shit is still in the back of your mind.
I don't think
He's bringing up something completely different. Let's say I have this or that on the back of my mind. You know, fuck, it's past the 5-minute mark. Who cares? Let's say I have something on the back of my mind that I'm really trying to just get done, and you're doing this or that, keep yourself busy. At that moment, you're like, you know what, it's not even there, but you don't know it, you're not thinking that it's not there. But then after a while, it's going to wind up coming back to you, and it's just, yeah. And it's really hard to control that kind of situation. But, you know, I'll make another video about that later on. But, anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, do whatever. You know, it's right there. You know where it is. But, yep, snack right here. Whoop whoop. Deuce.